Okay, okay. Good night, good night. Sometimes James turn on the top, bring on things. Hmm? Hmm? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So Jimmy called him and he talked to him. So Jimmy then called him afterwards. He talked to him from there. Alright, Exodus 10. God said to Moses, go to Pharaoh, I'll make him stubborn. Give my servants so that I can force him to look at these signs. So you'll be able to take your children and grandchildren or toyed with the Egyptians like a cat at a mouse. You will tell them the stories of the signs that I brought down on them. So that you'll all know that I am God. Moses, Aaron, went to Pharaoh, said to him, God, the God of Hebrews says, how long are you going to refuse to knuckle under? Release my people so that they can worship me. If you refuse to release my people, watch out. Tomorrow, bring locusts into your country. They'll cover every square inch of ground. No one will be able to see the ground. They'll devour everything over from the hailstorm, even the saplings out in the field. They'll clear, cut the trees, and they'll invade your house, filling the houses of your servants, filling every house in Egypt. Nobody will have ever seen anything like this from the time of your ancestors first set foot on soil till today. And he turned on his heel and left Pharaoh. Pharaoh's servants said to him, are you going to let this man pass? Let these people go and worship their God. Can't you see that Egypt is on its last legs? So Moses and Aaron were brought back to Pharaoh. He said to them, go ahead then, go worship your God, but just what exactly is going on? Moses said, were taken young, old, sons, and daughters, flocks and herds. This is our worship, celebration of God. He said, I'll sooner send you off with God's blessing and let you go with your children. Look, they're up to no good. It's written all over your faces. Nothing doing. Just the men are going. Go ahead and worship God. That's what you want so badly. And they were thrown out of Pharaoh's presence. God said to Moses, stretch your hand over Egypt and signal the locusts to cover the land of Egypt, devouring every blade of grass in the country, everything that the hail didn't get. Moses stretched out his staff over the land of Egypt. God will use the east wind. It blew that day. Night. What? Oh, you love the Moses. It blew that day and night. By morning, the east wind had brought in locusts. Locusts covered the country of Egypt, settling over every square inch of Egypt. The place was thick with locusts. There never was an invasion of locusts like that in the past. And there never will be again. The ground was completely covered, black with locusts. They ate everything. Every blade of grass, every piece of fruit, anything that the hail didn't get. Nothing left but bare trees and bare fields. Not a sign of green in the whole land of Egypt. Pharaoh and Moses and Aaron back in no time. He said, I've sinned against our God and against you. Overlook my sin one more time. Pray to your God to get me out of this. Get them out of here. Moses left Pharaoh and prayed to God. God reversed the wind. As we took the locusts and dumped them into the Red Sea. There wasn't a single locust left in the whole country of Egypt. But God made Pharaoh stubborn. As ever, he still didn't realize, he still didn't release the Israelites. God said to Moses, stretch your hand to the skies, and darkness descend on the land of Egypt. And darkness so dark you can't touch it. Moses stretched out his hand to the skies. Thick darkness descended on the land of Egypt for 3 days. And what a quick seeing for 3 days. No one could so much as move except for Israelites. They had light where they were living. Pharaoh called in Moses your flocks and herds behind, but go ahead and take the children. And Moses said, you have to let us take our sacrificial animals and offer to us so we can sacrifice them to worship to our God. Our livestock has to go with us, but not a hoof with them. They are part of the worship of our God. And we don't know just what would be needed until we get there. On some you get there, countries are not. But God kept Pharaoh stubborn as ever. He wouldn't agree to release them. Pharaoh said to Moses, get out of my sight and watch your step. I don't want to ever see you again. If I lay eyes on you again, you're dead. Moses said, have it your way. You won't see my face again. Exodus 11. God said to Moses, I'm going to hit Pharaoh in Egypt one final time, and then he let you go. When he releases you, that will be end of Egypt for you. He won't be able to get rid of you fast enough. So here's what to do. Tell the people, ask each man from his neighbor, each woman from her neighbor for things made of silver and gold. God saw to it that the Egyptians got the people. Also Moses was greatly admired by the Egyptians, a respectful public figure among both Pharaoh servants and the people at large. Then Moses confronted Pharaoh. God's message at midnight, I will go through Egypt. The firstborn child, Egypt, will die. From the firstborn, Pharaoh, who sits on his throne, to the firstborn of the slave girl working under Adnan, also the firstborn of animals. Widespread wailing will erupt all over country. Huh? So look. Lament such as never been and never will be again, but against the Israelites, man, woman, and animal, they won't be so much as a dog's bark, so that you'll know that God makes a clear distinction between Egypt and Israel. Then all these servants of yours will go to their knees, begging you to leave. You and all your people will follow you. And I will most certainly leave. Moses, seated on the left Pharaoh. God said to Moses, Pharaoh is not going to listen to a thing you say, so that the signs of my presence and work are going to multiply in the land of Egypt. Moses and Aaron had performed all these signs in Pharaoh's presence, but God turned Pharaoh more stubborn than ever. Yet again, he refused to release the Israelites from his land. This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Exodus 11. So let's start tomorrow. Boom gets a hello, mama. Marcus son. Mambo son the Canada. Big time truck driver. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up.